have a reason to complain about
Exactly,
the whole
right?
thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy is really doing it, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, it's not easy, but
No, definitely not.
I feel like that tenacity and that grit that he has, and just that never give up like feeling. I feel like in me seeing that, I wanted to do that for myself and be able to like take care of people. But more, I want to take care of my parents. You know, like obviously the restaurant industry is not. We don't take it. Doesn't take it lightly. And my parents are. My mother is like can be very stubborn, and I try to tell her to take time off, and sometimes like I get really angry about it, and then people are just telling me like, just let her do what she wants to do. Let her do her thing.
Yeah,
she'll learn. I have to like learn how to
let people make their own mistakes.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So
I hear you.
From that moment with like Johnny, and it's funny because like every time I come into work, he's always asking me. He doesn't say like, "Oh, how are you doing?" He says, "Did you work at your family business?" And so like I think like as I thought about that, I was like, he probably thought like if I'm gonna be okay. Or
he's gauging your mindset.
And I think for someone that's like not only just he's like the head chef of the restaurant, but he's like also a leader, and he also just cares about people. And I feel like. I just like I said, I just learned a lot from him.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough situation, man. When your chef is your mom, bro, that's crazy.
I have the same reaction, I have the same response, and then it's like, and people are like, I don't know if I can work with my mom, and I was like, I wish I would have told myself that. But you know what though, like, I'm thankful for my mom. She allowed me to explore my own family culture.
Yeah.
But also, like, I built such a network of this really great community here in DC, like all the chefs and even all over the country too. And my mom is so funny. Like she's just, even though she's like she acts like a mom like all the time at the restaurant. When we're just at dinner,
she's just herself, man.
She's just herself. But then like when it comes to cooking, she's super natural. Like she makes things on the fly. She doesn't use, obviously, like, there's no measurement. She just, like, throw things. Like, it's kind of hard to, like, actually get recipes.
Yeah. Oh, you're like, dude, I got to cost this.
Yeah. Or they're
like we make...
like, oh, how many grams?
Yeah, right, yeah. All the cooks these days.
Yeah.
Chef, how many grams?
Like, just taste it.
Bro, exactly. Yeah. And you know what? This summer, I did that at the ranch. I was able to just be like, fuck recipes. Obviously, for pastry, you still need them. But I was like, let me just cook from the heart. Because when I did the podcast with Mei Lin, and she talked about growing up in the restaurant she grew up in with her family, it's just like, oh, so you guys just cook. Like, you guys just cook food. Okay, that's fucking awesome, right? There's no like, oh, well, did you make it the right way? Did you make the recipe the right way? And obviously, you need consistency. But also I feel like not every restaurant has to have everything. And that's why you work at many restaurants, right? To get an all-encompassing view. Because I feel like nowadays people show up to restaurants and they're like, all right, so you got to teach me how to cook, food cost, fucking health shit, health inspector shit, and like everything. And then you're like, they put all this pressure on you, the new students, and they're like, well, you have to teach me all of this, and oh, you don't have recipes? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, go somewhere else that has recipes. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. You can do that, Man, it's a fucking great podcast, if I may say so myself. So, where were we? Budokan, past that, you came back to work for your family, right? And then do you decide to leave again?
No, I mean, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, I hear that, but you said you had worked...
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was it was just like at mini bar. That's when I...
Gotcha, mini bar, yeah.
And then, but then after that, like, I just came back for the family.
So you went to mini bar, and then after that, you went to the family?
Yeah, well, before that, I actually had job offers in at a few restaurants in San Francisco, and that's when I thought about it, but...
Gotcha, yeah, because you had mentioned San Francisco earlier.
Yeah, because at that time, that's when this Thip Khao was on the Bon Appetit Best in Restaurant list, or the 50 Best in Restaurant list. Yeah. And I was like, it might be a little busy, and I feel I probably should help.
Yeah.
And then I gave my parents a call, and they were like, yeah, like, because they're very old school. I feel like they don't understand like the social media. They don't understand like even like food costs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I came in and like I changed a lot, but like just make sure I get their approval. Like and things kind of like got a little bit better, and bringing people in, and but I also just like I'm also talking with people like Johnny, and talk to like Danny Lee, Anju, or just like other chefs that have like what I consider like as like the veterans or the leaders of like how should I handle this situation, or how would you, and just see like what would fit best with our operation to see if we could do or not. And it's a lot of trial and error, but then like I wanted my mother to just like do as much cooking as possible, and I just take care of like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like challenging, and it just taking some time, but I'm still learning today. Like my role has changed. Like now I would say, especially the last 2 years, I've been my role is more like the operations side. So I just kind of bounce around, make sure things are going, but also like I personally take myself out of the kitchen just because of the fate of like my mother and I's relationship. But I don't know, like I feel my style is a little bit different. Like I don't think that it fits into the menu just because the menu is super traditional and classic. Even though my mother's been doing this for 11 years, every day there's always 10% of people come in and they have never heard about Laos, or they've never had, or they just want to know. So I was like, I don't know if my time is there. I know my time would be where what I wanted to do. I'd rather like see if I can help the business more than what I'm currently doing. And again, like my father at this point is kind of like retired. So now it's just her and I. So it's kind of a little bit more, but we're along with our teams at all the restaurants. We're I think we're doing good.
I mean, killing it. Fucking three restaurants, and they all stayed open during pandemic, right? That's pretty remarkable. Like definitely weeded the weak. There was a few restaurants that went down that nobody expected. Nobody expected Blackbird to close or any of that, or
Del Posto.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's what I keep saying to everyone. Like, and I'm on this road trip for that reason. It's like, do not sleep. Go out there, try restaurants, go eat at the places that you want to eat at, that you forever dreamed of. Spend all your money, fucking overdraft your account. But you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you'll be okay. You'll make it back, and you just have to fucking do it. And that's it. Like, there's no other fucking way to do it. Do you see yourself maybe opening a concept for yourself, so you can be in the kitchen?
So right now I've been having a lot of mental challenges or like decisions about what I wanted to do, because I feel like I've always been doing what my mother or what other people or what I'm doing for the team, and which is not a problem. Like I love helping people out, but I realize I need to like understand more what I want to do. So I feel like I want to get myself back into cooking, because I haven't really done that much as well. But I'm at a point where I'm kind of like working towards my exit. I mean, I'll still be helping the fan business remotely as much as I can, but I needed to have like a new sense of scene, but also working towards what I want to do. Like I would love to open a restaurant that encompasses like the Laotian American style. Like, I would love to throw like, but at the same time I don't want to lose the integrity. Like I still want people to come in and be like be able to know like the originality of the dishes, but not doing too many like tricks on it. Like just keep it super natural. Like obviously like a lot of restaurants are like very minimal and natural and stuff. Like I love that kind of way, because that's what Laos is. It's like throw in a charcoal grill, throw in a wok, and that's it. But maybe like, I don't know, throw in these little herbs or something. But I'm also really into like the pastry realm. Like I did do pastries at Mini Bar.
Okay.
And I love like baking a lot, and like I love to open like an all day cafe.
Yeah.
And also like I love natural wine, so something in that realm. Like I really love right now. Like I love like what Snail Bar is doing,
dude.
I know
killing it.
I love it. Like every time I see what they're doing on their Instagram, I'm just like, I want to do that too.
Yeah, their menu's sick.
It's nice.
Like the design of it, and like, dude, Andres is such a nice guy, and I was grateful. And it's that sort of same situation with him when he was like, "Oh, you're in town? Fucking come stop by." I was like, "Yeah, why not?" You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing a podcast, bro. Like, and that's like we were talking about before. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And I have no problem fucking making it happen. Yeah. Just like when you're cooking. Yeah. And you fly by the seat of your pants, and then shit happens, and you burn shit, and you got to fucking restart it, or whatever it is. Yeah. But that's cool, man. I'm happy for you. So you need to find a you.
Yeah.
For the group.
Yeah, and I think what really made me push it more was having that conversation with my parents.
That's a hard conversation.
Yeah.
How was it taken?
My mother really supports it. She said, if you don't do this, like I won't be happy.
Yeah.
Some of it she feels very apologetic because she felt like that she forced me into it, or like she put a lot of work into me because she knows like how stressful I was or frustrated. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I made those decisions. Yeah. And I wanted to do it for the family. I want to do it for the business. I want to do it for our employees, and so I thought that was very nice. She was like, I want you to do your own thing. My father is like a lot more of like the traditional side, so it's like he's like, but where are you gonna go? But what about us and this and that? And then my dad said the funniest thing, and my dad word choices are like kind of minimal.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay, if you're gonna go somewhere, you need to work very hard. Like work very, very hard. I'm like, Dad, all I do is work hard. Yeah. What do you think I've been doing? Have you not noticed for the last 11 years? He's like, but I at the moment I did not take that lightly because I was like, but
he like offended you.
Yeah, but after it's funny, every time we have a conversation with my dad involved, my mom has to like clarify what he actually meant.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, wow, just don't
translate.
Yeah, just like he didn't mean it like that. He just he's just telling like he just worry about you.
Yeah, he's direct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
It's the same with my dad when I was like, hey, I'm gonna go on a podcast road trip, and he's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, what do you mean? Why am I doing like? The first thing out of my mouth as a dad would have been like, oh, that's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And he's like, well, how are you going to pay for it? And I'm like, I've been working all summer at this, high-paying ranch. Like, you know what I mean? And I've never, obviously, as you get older, you're like, you need to be more conscious with money and investments and things like that. But I won't let being broke or not having enough money for stuff to stop me from fucking realizing my dreams.
Right.
Because, like back in the day, you hear all these guys, Steve Harvey and like all these celebrities, they're fucking homeless. And it's like, I'm good. You know what I mean? And if I have to fucking sleep on the street to make Sucio.Talk a thing, then that's what I gotta fucking do. So if you gotta... Maybe I'll take over your job if this doesn't work out. Cause
anyone would love to work with Chef Seng. Yeah, she's great. It's really cool that how the DC restaurant scene or like everywhere they're always, she has like 15,000 followers on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, like a Whole Foods or if I meet a chef, they're like, "Oh, you're Chef Seng's son. Oh, I love her. I love what she's doing." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, you should message her. She's not, But I mean, back to you. Like, I think, I like you're saying, like, just go do what you want to do. Go do what you love, and like, no matter like what obstacles, you're just gonna continue doing this podcast because you believe in. Because it allows you to do like meet all these people and do something that you've been wanting to do. And I think like even when I like found that what you've been doing